guys, welcome back to Bussin on a Budget. Today we are going to be cooking stuffed peppers. Who's excited? Here are all of our ingredients that we got at Food Lion last week, and now we're going to start cooking. We're only going to be using 2 peppers in this recipe, so we're going to save the other 2 for our recipes later in the week. We also bought 2 pounds of ground beef, and we're only going to be using half of a pound for this recipe as well. Okay, we went ahead and cut the peppers, and now we're going to put those in the oven for just a few minutes to soften them up. So we're actually only going to be using half of our can of tomatoes and then saving it for another recipe throughout the week. We're also going to take our taco seasoning and pour that in too. Alright, our rice is boiling, so we're going to go ahead and put a lid on that, and then we're going to reduce the heat just a little bit. Our peppers have softened up a little bit. We're going to take our filling and we're just going to stuff our peppers. We're going to go ahead and take our cheese and put that right on top and stick her back in the oven for about 7 more minutes. Alright, I have my roommate Isabella here and she's going to try our stuffed peppers.
So excited. It's really good.
Actually?
Mm-hmm.
Woo! Alright, so we already have our ground beef in there and we're going to crack 1 egg. Put that in there too. And then we're going to season up our meat and add some tomatoes and cheese in there as well. So we're only putting about a spoonful of tomatoes from our recipe that we used yesterday, and now we're going to add some cheese as well. You can never have too much cheese, so just add it to your liking. And then we're going to add a little bit of onion that we used yesterday as well, and I've already gone ahead and chopped up the rest of it for the rest of our recipes. We're going to add a little bit of breadcrumbs, and then we're going to mix all this up. So for our side for this dish, we're going to be making homemade French fries. So we went from this to this, and now we're going to cut it up and put it in the oven. We have our French fries all cut up. That definitely took a little bit longer than expected, and they're definitely not perfect, but this is a learning process, so we're just going to go with it. All right, now we have our meatballs rolled into 6 little balls. So we're going to go ahead and toss those in the pan and cook them for a little bit, and then we'll be back. All right, we have finished our burgers, so we're going to go ahead and try them. Cheers. That's pretty good. You like yours? Nice. I think that's a success. Okay, our fries are out too, so we're gonna go ahead and try those. They're not bad, but definitely probably wouldn't call this one a success, but that's okay. We live and we learn, so we'll be able to do better next time. Alright, so today we will be making some spicy pasta with peppers, and we're going to be following this recipe pretty closely, which was posted on my Instagram page, so go ahead and follow that if you haven't already, but let's get started. Since we're going to be using the rest of this last package for the rest of the week, we're going to only be using about 1/3 of our meat that we have left. For cooking our meat, we're going to go ahead and boil some water so when our pasta is ready. We have our peppers already diced up and ready to go. Our veggies, we're going to go ahead and put a little bit of olive oil in there, some minced garlic, some onion, and some peppers. Alright, we have our meat with our peppers, and now we're just waiting on the pasta. Ooh! Alright, we have Nick here trying our pasta. Go ahead.
It's good.
So for this recipe, we're going to go ahead and cook the rest of our ground beef and then save the rest for later. We will also be cooking a box of Kraft mac and cheese, so I already have the water boiling and ready to go when that's done. Now that it's all cooked, we're going to go ahead and put some in a container and set it aside for tomorrow's recipe. So we're going to take the Sloppy Joe can that we got, and we're just going to pour that in. I only started off with a little bit more than half, and then we're going to mix that around and see what kind of consistency that is to see if that's good or not. Okay, so our pasta's done. We're going to go ahead and add our butter. and our milk. And then we're gonna add in the cheese as well. Now that everything is done, we're gonna go ahead and build our little sliders from the leftovers that we had throughout the week, and then we're gonna get that mac and cheese on a plate too and load her up. Here's our final product all put together. Enjoy. All right, we have my roommate Jack here, and he's gonna go ahead and try our sliders. Go ahead, Jack. What do you think?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Bussin'?
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually a good thing that we did cook our meat up yesterday because, you know, on a Friday night we're feeling a little bit lazy, so we're gonna have a loaded baked potato, some green beans with our meat, and then that's it. I've already gone ahead to heat it up, so it's ready to be put into the baked potato once that's cooked too. Is washed and stabbed, so we're gonna put that in the microwave. We're gonna start off with 3 minutes and then see where she's at and then add some more time. So the bag that we actually got at Food Lion says that it's microwavable, so we're gonna go ahead and toss these in the microwave as well and then plate everything together. Green beans are done, so we're gonna add a little bit of salt. We have some butter in there too and a little bit of pepper. And we're just gonna let that sit and marinate for a little bit while we get our potato loaded. All right, so we've just added some butter. We've kind of mashed up the inside, and now we're gonna add the meat to it and some cheese. So we're gonna go ahead and add our meat from yesterday on top. Go ahead and add some cheese, and then plate our green beans. All right, so here's the final product, and we're gonna go ahead and try our potato. Get a nice little bit of everything. That's really good. And our green beans pull it in, and that's a really balanced meal. Well, we saved a lot of money this week. We cooked at home, we saved our money, we didn't go out. All of our meals tasted really good. We learned a few lessons on what to do and what to not do, and we're gonna continue on this path for the next few weeks. Personally, my favorite meal was definitely going to be the stuffed peppers. I think it had a lot of flavor. It was really healthy and definitely one that I will keep doing in the weeks to come. Keep up with our Instagram and Twitter to see all of our Bussin' budget ideas, and go ahead and comment which recipe you think was your favorite. Be sure to come back next week to see what we're going to be cooking up in the future. A lid on that.
Really good.
Oh yeah, roommate Jack coming in clutch.